Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. So today we are in the garage doing something a little bit different. If you see from the title of the video and the Durango behind me, we're not working on the Pioneer, we're not playing with the motorhome or anything else. Today we are going to do a review, or I'm going to do a review on the RVI 3 portable braking system. Now, just as a disclaimer so everyone knows, I bought this system myself. Little backstory, beginning this year, I did an install of the Blue Ox base plate install on my Durango and the 10,000 pound tow bars of my motorhome, which is just slides in the receiver. And I want to make sure I had some miles on the Durango towing it before I did a review, because I paid for this stuff, and you know what? I want to make sure I give you guys an honest review. So if you're looking at purchasing this unit, I'll give you my opinion and you can make your mind up from there. So let me show you what's in the box for the most part. Obviously, part of it is installed on my Durango, but I'll show you the removable pieces. So let's go ahead and let's look at the box and kind of show you what you get. So on the box, you see your tablet and your braking system. Right here's your tablet. It is a good size. I think it's like 7 inches. You have your command center, which it does not show, but this is the communication between a lot of the different pieces. And it's also the leveling device. And then you have the portable braking system. So that is the key in this whole unit, is this braking system. And it is quite nice. It's small. It's got a nice, if you can hear that, like a rubbery ribbed gripper for the bottom. It folds up nice and compact. You have your power cable right here, and then the actuator actually goes down and folds here. You can actually buy a carrying case for this. So why do I like this system so much? Well, that's just the basic system. I'm going to show you how to set it up real quick. I'm going to show you some stuff I like and don't like with it, but I actually have a couple more add-on features with the system. And what does that mean? Well, previously, before I had the system, I used the Easy Tire pressure monitoring system. Wow, it's a mouthful. And what is that? Well, it's just a tire pressure monitoring system I had on my motorhome. Had a really small screen, kind of a black and white screen, and it would tell you the temperature and the air pressure of each tire. But it would do just one tire at a time, which was fine. Then you could buy more sensors for the trailer if you wanted to. When I added this system, I went ahead and I got an upgrade. And the upgrade was the tire pressure sensors. And here's the upgrade. They're just a simple sensor. Now, I like these sensors because they come pre-programmed and they're labeled on where they go, which makes it nice and easy. The other sensors I have are for the motorhome. They're currently on the motorhome. Those are the sensors I use for my Durango and my tandem axle flatbed trailer when I'm towing that instead of the Durango. So it's nice to have, even if you're not towing this, I can use it as a tire pressure sensor. That is one add-on I have. So the next add-on I have is the Breakaway wireless controller. Well, let me go ahead and explain that to you. Let me show you what a breakaway switch is in case you're not familiar. No matter which towing system you get, you're required by law in most states to have a breakaway system. Even my trailer has a breakaway system on it. And it's just this piece right here. I painted it black. It is your breakaway switch. If for some reason your tow vehicle becomes disconnected, there is a cable that goes from here to your motorhome, and it just pulls out like that. And this will send a signal to the braking system to apply the brakes. Now, hopefully you never need to use that. But the piece that I have upgraded does not plug in to the braking system. And let me show you. On the side of your unit, there's this round plug right here where you would plug in your breakaway switch. So the hardest part of the whole install of the portable breakaway system is installing your breakaway switch down here on the bumper, because it can't go into the plastic bumper. It has to be something hard, something solid, like the subframe or whatever, just so that when it gets a nice tug, it doesn't pull out of the bumper. When you install your base plate, you install the breakaway switch at that time. So what I have done, instead of running the cable through the firewall like I originally have had it, I actually upgraded this later, I have gone ahead and I've run the cable goes underneath all the plastic surround, and it goes right here. And this is actually just Velcroed on and is hooked up to my jump spots on my Durango, and it's just plugged in on that side over there. So what that means is when I hook up the braking system, I no longer have to hook up anything through the firewall. It's all wirelessly connected. And it's super easy to do. All you do is you take your tablet, you hit add device, you scan the QR code, it links the two together, and you're done. So let me go ahead and show you how to set up the IRV3 portable braking system in your vehicle, and then we'll go ahead and we'll turn the tablet on and show you exactly how it works. So let's look in here at the floorboard of my Durango, and forgive the dirtiness, I do drive this every day. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the floor mat of your vehicle per the instructions. Now I have this stop plate installed on my vehicle, and it just slides in and out. Just like this. Now I leave this thing installed full time. It does not interfere with the floor mats. I use the WeatherTech floor mat, but you could take it out. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your braking system just like this. You're going to unplug the cord and unwind it. So the next thing you'll do is you'll take the actuator arm and connect it to the pedal. Now here is something to remember, and I was confused on this, and I actually called the company to verify. You got these spring-loaded prongs here that go over the pedal. They need to go on either side of the bar. Now the Durango is a little bit more of a pain because it comes in so much from the side instead of straight down right here. But you can go ahead, slip the bottom on, and just like that. I know it looks like it's going to come off, but it's not. The next thing you would do if you don't have the wireless Breakaway controller, you would plug in your controller right there, that wire. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug this in. Now it needs to go into a constant power source, so make sure you find one on your vehicle. For me, on the Durango, it's inside the center console. But honestly, I didn't like that option if the battery ever got low, so I added one as my battery's underneath the passenger seat. So here's my plug. I'm just going to go ahead and plug it in.
Push auto position button.
Just go ahead and press it one time. So that's all it takes to set up the RVI brake inside your vehicle. Now obviously there's a few more steps you're going to need to do to set up your vehicle for flat towing, such as hooking it up to your tow vehicle, setting up the lights, and in my case, putting the transfer case in neutral so that it can be flat towed. The next thing you want to do is you want to go over to the tablet and verify everything. So here's your tablet turned on. And there's a couple neat features that they have built into this tablet, with more features coming every 6 to 8 months it seems like. So the first one you have is taking the RV level, and that is taking the command center right here. And there's actually a built-in level in here, and you can calibrate it to make sure your RV is level. My motorhome has automatic levelers, but that's a nice feature to have. You have your tire patrol right there, where you can go in there and you can kind of set up what I want my air pressures to be. You have the brake, you have a checklist, which is really nice because you can make your own checklist. You know, I'm getting ready for takeoff. What am I going to do? Attach tow bar, check the locking pins, place transfer case in neutral, set the RVI brake, and so forth. And you can adjust those as you see fit. You have support, you have settings, which is kind of cool because you can go through. I can check my battery voltage. I can count, that's where you calibrate, all kinds of other stuff. But that's not why we're here. So right now we're going to go into drive mode, the big button at the top. And you click that. Go ahead and turn the tablet, and there we go. So when you hit the brakes on your motorhome, you can actually see the RVI brake lighting up. And this will become farther and farther red. Now I can manually activate it by pressing this button. And you could hear it. You saw it kind of got red all the way out. And you can actually hold it for up to 5 seconds. And it will manually activate. So this feature is really nice, especially if you're coming down the mountain, or for whatever reason you just wanted to test the brakes on your vehicle. Now for those of you wondering, you can actually change the vehicle setup. They have 4 different settings from a small vehicle to a large truck. So I have this set up on large SUV or SUV, whatever it may be, and it works just fine. Now when I'm in this screen, I don't actually watch this screen at all because remember, I have the tire pressure sensors. So I would come over here and I hit tire patrol. Now, I should get an error message here in a second saying they're not connected. And I have nothing connected right now. But you have my motorhome, and then right now it's set up as a towed vehicle. But like I said, I just switch them and I put them on my trailer also. The great thing is I can actually use this system in my Durango towing my trailer. It'll all work. It'll give me an error code that it's not connecting to the motorhome, but I don't really care. So when you're in this screen, it's going to show you the PSI for each tire. You can come down here. Here is your temperature button. You can press that and it'll tell you the temperature of each tire. Now, when you're in this screen, you see the little RVI here. I can press and that will give me the manual hold, just like the other screen. But you see the different colored bars, they'll go across the screen as you're activating your brake in your motorhome. There are some other features like the night mode, where it just dims everything out. It's really hard to see during the day. And then you have the level, which right now, the level's sitting on my Durango, so it's not saying it's level, but I can go through and move it how I see fit. So there you go. There's the setup and how do you use the RVI3 with a few of the features on the tablet. So let me tell you some more stuff that I like about this system. So first of all, I like that the system is lightweight. Honestly, it's not very heavy at all. It's much smaller than other systems. This system doesn't use the front of the seat to hold it when it's pressing on the brakes like some of the other larger systems. It's very small and compact. I like the fact that it is all about safety. What do I mean by that? Safety. Let's say the control hub or the command hub, the little round puck, dies on you. It should last 12 to 14 hours of battery if you're not driving with it plugged in, and your tablet dies on you. You got a couple hours use on that if you're not driving with it plugged in. Well, long as you still have power to the braking system, this thing will still work. It has inertia sensors built in, it has angle sensors, all kinds of fun things. So it'll still work even if everything else loses power, as long as that has power. I like that feature, especially when I'm towing through the mountains with my family on board. Another thing that I really like is if it comes off the pedal for some oddball reason, it will send a code or an error message to your tablet and let you know, hey, you're not getting any more braking system, so pull over at the nearest safe spot and adjust it or go ahead and check it, which is a great feature. Some of the other features I like is that instead of having a second screen like I did before for my tire pressures, it's all built into one. It's one less thing that I have to look at. I can just glance at it. I can see it's braking. You can set alarms for low and high air pressure on this as well. I really like that feature. I also like the feature, it's the easiest thing to install. I mean, the hardest part is the breakaway switch, and now that you have the remote right there where it's wireless between the two, it makes it even easier to go ahead and do this install. If you're going to do the install yourself, whoever installs your base plate, have them put that on there. Just leave the coiled wires right here and you're good to go. The customer service with this company really is top notch. I've called a few times before I bought the product and after I bought the product to verify I was doing everything correct. And honestly, they've always been polite. If they didn't know the answer, they got me the answer within 10 or 15 minutes. But there are a couple things I don't like about this system. And that's kind of what people want to know. The first thing is the tire pressure sensors. So my other tire pressure sensors, I can replace the battery. Now they need to be replaced every 2 to 5 years. With these ones, they're non-serviceable. So you have to send them back into the company and they'll swap them out for some other ones, but you're paying for them again. Now it's a discounted rate, but I really don't like that feature. Now, the ones I have out I keep in my Durango will last longer than the ones currently on my motorhome because they're not always in use per se. The other feature I don't like is the tablet. And look, it doesn't rotate. So it's kind of it's stuck to where you have your charging port on the right or the left side. Because this is your drive screen, and this is how the engineers at RVI think you should drive. Well, what if I want it up and down? You don't get that option. If you want it up and down, this is the only screen you get. The problem is, there's your charging port. So you got the cable sticking out of the top. it won't flip over like this. I did bring this up to them. I am on the most current up-to-date, and they said they would look into it. It should be an easy fix. But, you know, that's I guess it's minor. It's a pet peeve, but it kind of sucks. So other than that, those are the only two things I don't like with this product. Maybe I'm just being kind of petty with not liking those two things, but hey, I spent a lot of money on this product. I think it was like $1,300 for the base model. The tire pressure sensors cost more, and the remote breakaway switch costs more. But I'm allowed to complain. I paid for it. Now, just for reference, I have between 3,000 and 3,200 miles towing this Durango behind my motorhome, just for reference. So I'm not a newbie when it comes to towing with a motorhome. I drive my motorhome between 4,000 and 5,000 miles every year. I do a lot of short trips. And before I had this Durango and I set up to flat tow, I used a car dolly for probably 4 years. So I'm pretty experienced when it comes to towing between a car dolly and flat towing. If you're trying to decide which way to go, flat towing is night and day. It does cost money to get into it. It costs more than a car dolly. The base system here costs as much as a nice car dolly with brakes, but you know what? You can take it with you. The only thing I'm out when I move this thing is the breakaway switch, which is like 50 bucks, and the base plate. So other than that, you take the whole system with you. I hope the review was informational and you learned something about the product to help you make a decision if you want to purchase this product or not. Only you can do that. It is a great product. I really like the product, and honestly, my two complaints are kind of just petty. You know, it'd be a real easy software switch to be able to move the tablets, and the tire pressure sensors, they say they should last 3 to 5 years when they're on the vehicle, so I really can't complain other than setting them back in. It is a really easy product to use. So if you had any comments or suggestions, put them in the comments below. You know, if it's a question, if I can't answer it, maybe someone else can. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and until next time.